Miss Keys is so happy. I am ready to read you a book. So I'm happy because I got our room halfway put together. The floor's polished. I put half the furniture back where it needs to be. I am in a good place. Doesn't it feel good when you get something done? Yay! What have you been doing around your house? I want to hear. Have you been folding laundry? Have you been matching socks? I have my boy. He is on matching sock duty. I pulled out a mat, kind of like we use here at school. I unrolled a mat, and I put all of the unmatched socks on there. And then I had him, he kind of matches them, and then we roll it up. So it's in this like mat of socks that still need to be matched. So that's his Montessori practical life at home. That totally counts for hours towards school. So any little inventive thing that you can come up with, totally. But we are back to Commotion in the Ocean. I was about to read it and I found the link on YouTube, that there's a link on YouTube for one. So I'll send both. It's probably nice to have variety, and it's such a fun book. Commotion in the Ocean by Giles Andreae. Commotion in the ocean. Can you say that? Commotion in the ocean. There's a curious commotion at the bottom of the ocean. I think we have to go and take a look. You'll find every sort of creature that lives beneath the sea swimming through the pages of this book. There are dolphins, whales, and penguins. There are jellyfish and sharks. There's the turtle and the big white polar bear. But can you see behind the wrecks and in between the rocks? Let's take a look at who's hiding there. Who's hiding in the treasure box? Can you tell? Who's hiding on the rock? Let's see who they see first. Who's our first one? Oh, it is a crab. Pinch, 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 pinch. The crab likes walking sideways, and I think the reason why is to make himself look sneaky and to pretend that he's a spy. Turtles. We crawl up the beach from the water to bury our eggs on dry land. We lay a whole batch, and then when they hatch, they scamper about in the sand. Look at the turtles. Oh, lovely. Oh, dolphins. So fun. Miss Fowler just read a book about the gray dolphin. So go ahead, if you haven't seen that yet, when you're finished, go ahead and look at some of the other stories we have with the ocean. Dolphins. The wonderful thing about dolphins is hearing them try to speak. It's not, how do you do, as I'd say to you. It's more of a click, whistle, squeak. Click, whistle, squeak. The shark. I swim with a grin up to greet you. See how my jaws open wide. Ah, show me ah. Why don't you come a bit closer? Please take a good look inside. Oh my goodness, don't get too close to the shark. He's saying, come closer, little fishies. Okay. Swordfish. Look at that nose. They call him a swordfish because look at his nose. It's long like a sword. I love to chase after small fishes. It keeps me from getting too bored. And then when I start feeling hungry, I skewer a few on my sword. The little octopus says, tickle, 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 tickle. Did you make an octopus this week? I would love to see if you made an octopus. Feel free, you can make it a jellyfish if you want. Maybe if you make it a jellyfish, you can do the jellyfish dance with your family. That would be fun. Miss Keys might even post. Maybe we'll do the jellyfish together. An octopus! Oh my goodness. Having 8 arms can be useful. You may think it looks a bit funny, but it helps me to hold all my children and tickle each one on the tummy. Oh my goodness. at the bottom of the ocean, the stingray flaps his wings, but don't you get too close to him. His tail really stings. Oh, who do we have here? Look at those guys there. Never shake hands with a lobster. It isn't a wise thing to do. With a clippity-clap and a snippity-snap, he would snip all your fingers in two. Oh my. The deep sea, oh my word, miles below the surface, where the water is dark and deep, live the most amazing creatures that you could ever meet. There are fish of all descriptions, of every shape and size. Some have giant pointy teeth and great big bulging eyes. Some of them can walk around and balance on their fins, but the strangest fish of all have glowing whiskers on their chins. Oh my goodness. I remember when I was in 4th grade. Do you know Miss Triolo at our school? Guess what? Miss Triolo's mom was my 4th grade teacher. That is so funny. Miss Triolo is a primary teacher here and also the art teacher here. So me being the music teacher and her being the art teacher, sometimes we work together. Our classroom is the same classroom. And her teacher, her mom, my teacher, taught us about bioluminescence. Can you say bioluminescence? That is a big, crazy word. That means fish that light up. They are some funny looking fish. And here we are, we have some of these funny fish that are using their bioluminescence. Oh my goodness, look at this huge guy. This is one of the biggest creatures on the planet. All right, well there it goes, it says it, blue whale. There's no other beast on the planet as big as the giant blue whale. He measures a massive 100 feet long from his head to the tip of his tail. And what do we have on this giant creature? We have tiny creatures are living. Those are not spots. Those are creatures called barnacles. We're just a bunch of barnacles, and all we do is cling. We know it's not that glamorous, but it's our favorite thing. It's so funny. Oh my goodness, walruses. So funny. Our bodies are covered with blubber, and our tusks are incredibly long. We're grumpy and proud, and we bellow out loud. Yes, they do. To show that we're mighty and strong. Oh my goodness. One of my friends decades and decades ago was the trainer for Shamu, actual Shamu, back decades ago. And oh my goodness, he would tell us stories about the walruses. Oh my word. He's like, they are smelly, but he loves them. Okay, penguins. We waddle around on our icebergs, which makes our feet slither and slide. And when we get too close to the water, we leap with a splash off the side. Polar bears. Now this picture is actually a silly picture because we know from studying our continents that penguins live on the South Pole, which means penguins live in Antarctica and the ice around and maybe the bottom of South America. And these guys, polar bears live at the top of the world, close to the Arctic Circle, way up at the very top. So penguins are at the very bottom, polar bears at the very top. Any picture where they're together is just a silly picture. So here's a silly picture, but they're both cold pictures. So polar bears, deep out in the Arctic, the mommy polar bear snuggles up with all her children since it's very cold out there. So sweet. What a lot of creatures we have seen beneath the sea. What a lot of funny things they do. Some of them might lick their lips and eat you in one bite, and some might want to swim around with you. The dolphin's very friendly and the lobster's very fierce, but the shark is the most dangerous by far. Can you name the other friends we've made along the way? See if you can tell me who they are. Have a wonderful day, and I hope you enjoy Commotion in the Ocean. This is the Miss Keys rambling version, but we have the original version. We'll be posting the link for that version as well.